All right, so I wanted to make a quick video on how to get qualified leads and sales calls in 5 days or less. So the goal for anyone watching this video is you want to get leads, you want to get sales calls, and you want to do it quick. And so the best way to do this is using the Core 4, which is an Alex Hormozi idea that there's 4 main ways to get new leads. That's warm outreach, cold outreach, posting content, and leveraging paid ads. The warm outreach is the easiest and probably the best one to start with, which is people that know you. Cold outreach is a little bit harder because people don't know you, and it takes probably a lot longer. I know for a fact it takes a lot longer than people who already know you. Then there's content, posting on social media. This can also take a long time. Paid ads also takes a lot to set up. You have to have good ads, you have to have a good landing page, you have to have a good offer, lots of work. So warm outreach is the one to focus on to begin with. And the best way to execute this is do 4 hours a day of one of these things and commit to the rule of 100, which is 100 reps daily on your one channel. So for warm outreach, what does that look like? That looks like sending out 100 texts, 100 emails, 100 calls, 100 DMs, or a combination. Maybe you could do 25 texts, 25 emails, 25 calls, and 25 DMs. That would work too. That would be 100 reps. So that's just the high level of what we're doing. And the question is, how do you execute on this? Because obviously, if you call your grandma and you want to say, "Hey, grandma, do you want me to run ads for your business?" Your grandma doesn't have a business, so there needs to be a bit of strategy of who you reach out to. And there's a couple different ways you can select who to reach out to. You can look at your phone contacts, email contacts, Slack groups, private free industry groups. You could also do school for this, school groups, really any kind of group online that might have the right people. Use your LinkedIn contacts, Facebook friends, Facebook groups, IG followers, Twitter X followers. Anyone who's connected with you in some way could be a good candidate for warm outreach. And what I like to do is I like to use the reverse funnel approach, which basically means reaching the people who are most likely to want to work with you to begin with. So you're not reaching out to your grandma, you're not reaching out to your best friend in 3rd grade, you're reaching out to people who have a business or want to work with you most likely. And so I ask a couple questions to get an idea of who this is. So first question is, who has paid me the most money to date? What contacts do I have in the organization that paid me the most money? This could be past clients, past contracts you've had, employers, anything like that. Worth reaching out to them and seeing if there's any opportunities. And then after that, the second question is, who has paid me money before? Any amount of money, anywhere from $1 to $1,000, $10,000, whatever it might be. Who's paid me money? And this is usually clients, this is contracts, employers, similar to number 1, but it doesn't have to be the most amount of money. Question number 3, who has tried to hire or pay me before? And this is people who have gotten on sales calls, they've gotten on discovery calls, maybe they've asked about your services before. And these are also very qualified. So we're basically starting with who's paid me the most money, who's paid me, and who has tried to pay me. And then the next one after this is, who have I given free value to related to my business before? So if anyone's asked me about, oh, how do you do marketing? How do you do this? How do you make better videos? How do you, whatever it is, if you've had a conversation about what you do with someone before, it's a great way to start. And then below that, who have I even talked to about my business before? So anyone who's like, oh, you run a business? Oh, that's cool. Talk about it, whatever. And then after this, it's who owns a business or works in an industry that could benefit from what I do. In my case, I help businesses with marketing. So anyone who has a business that needs marketing would be a good person to reach out to. And the next question is, how do I get these contacts in one place? That is the next question. And I like to start going back up here, phone contacts and email contacts. This is the best place to start because you have the most direct way to reach these people. So the first way to do that is to go into an app called Recent Contacts. I'm not sure if they have this for Android, but basically it costs $4. I paid it. It's an amazing app, and it will show you all of the contacts that you've added. And it goes by order of the date that you added them. So if you added like 5 people recently, they'll show up first. And it's a really solid program. And basically what you can do is you can export these contacts. It's very simple. They make it easy. You click on the little settings button here, and then you can export your contacts, and then you get a contact list. For example, It'll import however many contacts are in your phone. It'll have date added, the name, the phone, email if you have it in there, any notes that you've had, and it's great. My list is very long. It's about 1,600 people. And what I do then is I create a new column. I create a 1 or 0, 1/0. And this is basically 1 is yes, I should contact them, and 0 is I shouldn't. Or if you're lazy, you don't need to fill anything in and you just put in 1. So I scan through all my contacts and add a 1 to the ones that I think that I should reach out to. So now I have all of my phone contacts. The next one is email contacts. So the best way to do this is to use Google Contacts. And you can actually, I'm going to show you how to do this 1 second. All right, so if you're anything like me, you probably don't use Google Contacts, but you basically go to Google Contacts, you go into your email, and you go to other contacts. And this is where you'll have literally all the people that you've ever emailed. And so you can go check the box, select all, and then you'll find all of the contacts that you've ever emailed or anything like that. So that's great. And then you can click here, you can click export, you can put it into a CSV for Google, export that, and now you can just go right into contacts. So it's a very powerful way to get all of your data in one place. After you have your contacts, you can merge your phone contacts and your email contacts or keep them separate, but you can start going through the same process of indicating, is this someone I should reach out to or is this someone I shouldn't? And then from there, you will build your qualified list right off the bat. And so you can have phone contacts and your email contacts ranked in order of people that you should talk to. The next one is Slack and private groups and free groups. This is where you basically just want to search for people, search for keywords. You want to search for people who have talked about, maybe like marketing. This is assuming you have a marketing business like me, whatever it is. If you're, operations, or if you help people with email, whatever it might be. So in my case, it's marketing, ads, social media, content, maybe content creation, those sorts of things. And so you look for those, keywords, see who's posted, and message people who have asked for help in these areas. So if anyone's like, hey, I need help with marketing campaign, or I need help with this social media ad campaign, go message them and talk about, hey, I saw you asking for help about X problem. Are you still working on that? Or something like that. And then for school groups, it's the same idea. Look for keywords. LinkedIn contacts, I would probably, you should go a bit more broad. Just anyone who's qualified. There's definitely ways to narrow it down, but just anyone who's qualified as a business, you may work with. Facebook friends, definitely want to qualify based on business. Facebook groups, you want to go to qualified groups related to your business. IG followers, same thing. Look at qualified people who are looking for help. And the same idea for Twitter and X. I use Twitter and X, but you same thing there. So to recap everything, this is one of the fastest ways to get qualified leads and sales calls in 5 days or less, using some very simple free tech to basically put together a list right in front of your face that you can just open it up at the beginning of the day and just start ripping through it as fast as you can. Use the rule of 100, pick warm outreach, go through these different channels, get your contacts in one place, and then you can start reaching out. And the next question here is basically, what am I going to say to get a response? That's kind of like the next step, which I can cover in another video, which is, your messaging, your offer, your appointment scheduling, etc. All of those things are kind of like the next step. This is part 2. So yeah, that is my system. Let me know what you think. If this helps, leave a like, leave a comment. and I will see you in the next video. Peace.